Okay, here we are for our second episode, Trent, of the Iona Lockdown podcast, mate. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yesterday, a lot of people have sent me messages saying it's a good idea, and I've got a lot of people that actually have messaged me to come on.
And
I just sent them your way, though.
Okay, so we've got our special guest coming on today. He's currently in the waiting room on Zoom.
Yeah.
Are you excited for this special guest, Trenty?
I actually am.
Yeah.
The special guest, I only just found out who it actually was.
Okay, yeah.
In yesterday's podcast, I was really waiting to see who it actually was. I can't remember who it was, but
you do.
All right.
Okay,
well, so you can do his intro.
Okay, so I have known this person since. Well, see, he was here since year 6, since I've been here, but I really got to know him in year 8. I'm going to spoil it here, but he's been my rugby coach since year 8. And without further ado, welcome to Mr. Cornish. Welcome to the Iona Lockdown podcast, sir.
Thanks for having me, boys.
So yeah, thanks for coming on. You're our special guest, so everyone was waiting. We all kind of knew it, but pretended it was a surprise. So we're just going to ask a few questions today. We want to hear your thoughts about lockdown and stuff like that. So my first question is, how does a Welshman end up as the Dean of Learning and Teaching at Iona College? How did you get here, sir?
I would say by blind luck, if I'm honest. So I moved over in 2014. So it was before you started. I used to know a bloke who worked here called Sean Lynch. I think you might have been year 5. I don't think anybody would still remember him who currently attends the college from student. He's about your height, Tom. He didn't have as much meat on him as you do, but he's a super tall gentleman, and we worked together in the UK. So he told me about the college. Then when I moved over, a different job came up and I applied for it, and I was lucky enough to get it. So, and then I've been here like 7 years now, which is probably longer than I ever intend to stay anyway, to tell the truth. But actually, no, I love it. And yeah, so luck and right place, right time, perfect balance.
Yeah. Trent, do you want to ask?
Newsletter one.
Yeah.
Well, me and Tom read your newsletter stuff actually often. How long does it take you to write those things? One day, or is it constant?
Takes me about 10 minutes. 10 minutes just to knock them out. So we're supposed to get our newsletters done. We're supposed to get them done by the Tuesday. And Gaynor Begley, who is a legend in the comms team, there have been times where the newsletter is due to go out, and I've just quickly come into my office and I've had to knock it up pretty quick. I'm quite lucky. The one in front of a keyboard, I could just write a lot of different words. I know Tom has done this week's newsletter article. I think he's had about 6 hours of drafting. He's had 4 hours of proofreading, and I think he sent it off for some multiple submissions for different people to edit it. So I haven't got a team of people like Tom. I'm just a one man band when it comes to newsletters. I haven't got the same level of support and infrastructure the college captain seems to be afforded.
Okay, and just on that, you talk about these random things that you come up with to put in the news article, and people didn't know that I was the person that said you did science for the first time, and the tone in my voice was surprising. So where do you really come up with your ideas? Is it just whatever you think of?
Honestly, it's when you've got 10 minutes. When you've got 10 minutes to write a newsletter article, you've got to think of something which has happened or has been interesting. So the science one, literally, I opened LinkedIn and somebody had done a post on the forgetting curve. So I read the post on the forgetting curve and thought, perfect. I'll tell everybody about that. So I would say not many of them are my ideas. Most of them would be things that have happened on a day-to-day basis. And then other times I've had a quick look around to see what's out there and thought, well, that's actually something that's worth sharing, but also it's something that people would be interested in reading about. I don't want to be the boring same old. I wanted to make something which was relevant, applicable. My goal is, if it triggers one conversation, that's all I want. If someone's going to talk about it, that's all I want.
I love it. And so this is a little known point among students, but Mr. Cornish was and still is, I believe, the lead singer of his band. Are you still?
Yeah.
It's
been a year.
Yeah,
it's been a year.
Obviously, yeah. We were just wondering. Well, basically, what do you sing? We were all really curious about this.
Anything, mate. Honestly, things like AC/DC, all the sort of popular stuff. It's actually it's a great hobby to have, and I do love it. And it's got a website. I just don't think I'm going to tell you what the website is. So
I can find that.
The band has a website. It's like a fully fledged band. Like I've got 5 musicians, and they are super talented. They really are. And we're playing a fundraising ball for charity that raises about $100,000 every year. This one gig. We're doing that down the Gold Coast in June. Hopefully, we'll wait and see if that happens. So we sing. So the set list would be Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, things like Powderfinger. So Will Blewett would love it. So Powderfinger on there. There's loads of Aussie classics. Bryan Adams, Summer of '69, like all the stuff you can imagine. A traditional cheesy cover rock band really doing. That's the stuff that we would do.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you prefer Queen or Fleetwood Mac?
Queen, all day Queen.
Yeah.
What?
Sure.
Yeah.
I like Fleetwood Mac. I could name so many Queen songs, and I could name a few. I could name a few Fleetwood Mac songs. So I don't think I would. Yeah. I can really. And there's only one Freddie, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get that.
We're just gonna push past that. So this brings me to my point. I remember we were playing, I think it was a 10A or 9A game, and that was when we lost to Villa under strange circumstances, and you had to go down the coast. So just getting it. You had to, I remember. And this brings me to my point. Thirds rugby, how are we shaping up this year?
It's not the strongest link I've seen you make.
Yeah,
it is rugby. Look, I've looked at a draft squad. I'm sort of waiting for the first and seconds to sort of get themselves together, decide what they want to do. There's always a lot of drama in first and seconds, and we get close to the actual games and just more injury than I've ever seen before. But that's all right. They've got a good squad. Second's got a good squad. I've been told that the third squad is one of the strongest that we've ever had, which is great. I think my philosophy on it though is I just want the boys to go out and play good, competitive, fun rugby. I think thirds is the perfect balance. We don't have the pressure the first and arguably the seconds have. At the same time, you're up against some big boppers and people who are quality rugby players. They can all catch, Trent. So that's good.
I knew this was going to come up.
They can all catch. That's that. And I know that's something you've been working on for about 15 years.
I have been.
So I'm hoping you're going to have improved. I think it's a good squad, Paul. I don't know fully who's in it. I'm looking for the balance of year 11, year 12. I heard there's some good year 11s out there, so it'd be interesting to see who actually makes it.
I've heard some rumours that you want to take over seconds rugby. Actually,
no, the rumors are unfounded. There is. I mean, I had to decline an invitation for the Cornish for seconds parade. That's what the people wanted. But I sort of said I couldn't go to that. The only reason I was interested in coaching seconds was I felt like lots of boys who I've worked with since they were year 8 were going to be in that team. There was a chance of that. It sort of became clear this term that maybe there wouldn't be as many of them in there because the year 11s have been training particularly well, so pre-injury. And therefore, I said to Mr. Harron, I'll go back to thirds because I think that's where most of my boys are going to be. I'm not really into all this video watching of other teams and stuff as well. We play what's in front of us, and as long as we execute, generally we'll be all right. We've won every game we've executed. We have never lost a game where we've executed. We've only lost where we failed to execute.
So it wasn't just a power move to get over Mr. Harvey.
It was not a power move. It was not. I'll think about it. I mean, I might make a run for seconds maybe in a few years' time. But to be honest, I don't think he'd let me in. He wouldn't let me in. He'll watch this. He won't let me in.
He will be watching.
I'm in year 8.
Actually, this is a good time to announce who's coming onto our podcast tomorrow, Trent.
Is it Harvey?
It's Mr. Harvey. It is Mr. Harvey.
Well,
so
hopefully I'll watch this one before he does his, because this one will be about 20 minutes. His could be 2 hours long. Fair warning.
If he keeps talking, I'll just shut him down.
Yeah. Righto. Obviously, you're a busy man, Mr. Cornish, so we're going to let you go now. But we'd just like to say thanks for coming on. It was great to have you and always a good chat.
Well, boys, I think you're doing a great job. I watched your first one this morning, and I hope when you push it out to everybody else, you get a few people watching it. I thought getting young Mr. Wilson, I think it was, some of the juniors, that's quality, gents. Bringing in some of those younger people, well done. And I hope it goes well for you and you have a good Easter break, yeah?
Excellent.
You too, sir.
You too, sir.
You're going to unceremoniously drop me back to the waiting room?
Off to the waiting room for you, champion.
The waiting for you.
Oh, Mr. Cornish. That was always a good chat with Mr. Cornish, isn't it, Trent? And so, Trent, you started back in the, I think it was the 9, were you in the 8 Cs or Ds?
9 Cs, 9 Cs. I started in.
And now you're all the way up to thirds, mate. You just take it to another level every season. You just,
look,
except with your hand-eye coordination, mate.
Oh, no one will ever forget that drop ball in the 10As. That would have been the winning try, but
it would have been.
It was 2 years ago, Tom.
Come on, Trent. We all know we still keep the wounds of 9C rugby. Okay, so our next guest, he is the big dog. The big dog of captain. All students. The big dog. The better one. And so we're going to get Hamish. We're going to talk about a bit of music, how the boys in music are coping, and also how the football boys are going to go this season. So I'd love to welcome, when he wants to accept my invite.
Here he is.
You're right.
Caught me off guard a bit. I was found an air problem with my room, but yeah.
Welcome, Hamish. We are very happy to have you on. Okay, and obviously the hair's grown a bit longer. I see.
That's good. That's going to need a haircut before term 2, mate.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Oh, we forgot to do quick fire questions with Mr. Cornish.
That's all right.
Oh, well. We all knew what he was going to say.
We'll just do 10 for Hamish.
Yeah. Okay. So,
right something.
Hamish, how are you finding lockdown? You liking it or missing being
it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Find it a bit boring. There's not a whole lot to do at home, especially when you can't leave anywhere.
We still got math and bio due tomorrow.
We do, yeah. That's not fun. But yeah, I guess you're kind of used to it almost because we did it for like a month last year, didn't we? Something like that.
Yeah.
So it's 3 days is
not that
nothing
much.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm doing all right. It's just a bit boring, I guess. That would be my spin-off on it. So yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. And so obviously the lockdown. I think there was a music concert. Was it Tuesday? I think there was meant to be one.
Yeah, something like that. Music concert 4, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday night. Yeah.
So obviously that's not going ahead. That's a big blow to our musicians within the school. How do you find playing an instrument during lockdown? Do you find it? You probably get more time to practice, but then you don't get the personal tuition with the teacher in the room.
I think it's much harder, and like you say, you have more time to practice, but then you haven't actually got a will to practice, if you know what I mean. So like it's kind of like you're just practicing for the sake of it. There's no direction you're heading in. You're not trying to get ready for a concert or something like. So for percussion 1, we've done 2 concerts this year already. So that was, we're trying to make up for all the ones we lost last year. But the concerts, the first concert was fun. That was just like a bunch of songs that we did. And the second one, that was 3 weeks later, and we had to learn completely different, like a drum song off by heart. And it went okay.
Yeah.
But last year was tough. Particularly for percussion, I think, because you can't just like pick up and wheel a xylophone home. You kind of just gotta. I don't know. I didn't really do much at all, to be fair. But I know that. Yeah, if you have a drum kit at home, that's different. I'm not really a drum kit kind of guy, which is just a personal thing. But yeah, no, just
is that Haley?
No, that's the sister. That's the older sister.
Hello.
We're on
What's your
podcast.
sister's name?
That's Catherine, the older
Catherine.
sister.
Hi, Catherine. Welcome to the Iona podcast.
This is the Iona podcast.
And who's the other captain, please?
That's Tom.
Yeah,
and
you can
that's
say
Trent.
that.
Tom.
Goodbye.
Get rid of her. What are we talking about now? I've forgotten completely.
Okay, we'll get back on track. We'll get back. So
Music.
what ensembles are you in currently?
Currently, I am in percussion 1. That's pretty sick. Then I'm also wind ensemble, which is kind of like the top concert band, I guess. And sometimes, very, very occasionally, I might do like a bit of like piano or something for the string quartet. I mean, I was doing that at the end of last year.
Just casually. I play piano.
On the side,
Yeah. And so obviously Hamish, overachiever in everything. We've also got football.
Yeah.
And
I
think you were skipper, weren't you, last year first?
Yeah.
In year 11.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was last year. It doesn't really count for anyone though, I don't think. It's pretty messed up.
And so you've been under an injury cloud, I think. I've seen you hobbling around on your crutches. So how's that coming along? Just an update for the whole school. We all are very curious.
Whole school update. Well, this morning I had the 3-month post-op appointment with the surgeon. So it's all good there. If anything, he reckons I'm ahead of track. And I've been going back to the physio like every 2 weeks pretty much. Giving me new exercises to do. So getting back with that. So football is looking quite likely for the end of, I'd say, the last 3 games max probably. So I might get a bit less than half the season in, but still better than nothing, I reckon.
Still good to play.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. We really want to see you run out in the black and white for your last year.
One last time. Yeah.
One last time. Yeah. It was sad. You know, I had my last cricket game ever for Iona. Played 8 years, and now you have your last game, and you possibly you'll be playing, Hamish. We know you will.
I'll play.
We know you will.
Even if it's like 5 minutes at the end, like
just run on.
Yeah.
And so, Trent,
says just go.
Do you reckon we should do quick fire questions for Hamish?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it.
Okay, we're gonna have to, Trent. There's no other option, mate. Okay, so Hamish, we're gonna ask you a series of questions. You just don't think. You just got to say it. Okay, just say.
Okay.
Favorite
What if
teacher?
I don't know the answer? What if I have no idea? What
Just say something. You'll
have an
have an
answer.
answer, mate.
Say something.
Yeah.
Right.
Favorite teacher?
Marozzi.
Favorite subject?
The Japanese, I guess.
Yeah. Favorite band or artist?
Lime Cordial.
Oh, he's in.
Okay. Favorite sport?
Football. Or surfing. I don't mind a bit of surfing.
Okay,
That's more of a hobby though.
Favorite TV show?
I don't watch TV. Designated Survivor, I guess.
Oh yeah, good one.
That's pretty fun.
Hang on.
Gets a little bit long at the end, but yeah, it's pretty good.
This is my favorite. I'm not wearing it, but Seinfeld Trent.
Oh,
I've never seen that. I've never seen that show.
Actually, I'll wear it for tomorrow. Maybe Mr. Harvey will be a fan. You never know. Everyone loves Seinfeld.
It's not.
It's an awesome
He'll
show.
come on the podcast.
Okay, favorite. He is.
Yeah. I've never actually seen Jerry Seinfeld. The only thing I've seen is that comedians, coffee, cars, something.
You're missing it.
Comedians in cars drinking coffee, I think it is.
Yeah, he's in that.
That was okay.
Yeah. And favorite movie?
This isn't a quick fire. There's so many.
Okay, yes, you can take your time.
Movie. I liked The Hobbit when it came out, to be fair. The Hobbit was the first one was good. Sort of dragged. Favorite movie.
Trent, I'm curious, what's your favorite movie, mate?
Jeez.
Look, I'm a big Marvel fan, but I don't think you can overpass the war movie Unbroken, the cross country runner. When he goes into
Was that
war.
last year? That one
No,
came out last year.
it was a while back actually.
No, I don't know. No, I
came out in
can't even think of one.
2014.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, and last one, Hamish. This is a broad one. Your favorite Iona moment. Favorite Iona moment.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Wow. There's been a few, to be fair, but there's some stuff I like to do and I've enjoyed. I don't reckon you can go past like a music performance. Is always pretty fun. Just going out there. Sometimes you don't even know what you're playing. You just muscle memory just kicks in. You kind of know what you're doing without really thinking about it. That's always good. Favorite though, I'd probably say running out for firsts. My first start in grade 10 against Villa. That was
good stuff.
Probably the best because I scored a few goals that game. So yeah.
What's your favorite moment from Iona?
I don't know, nicking off early against Villa, walking back to the sheds. Trent, I don't know. Probably just because how hard it is to win a rugby premiership, I'd have to say my 9A rugby, coached by our previous interviewee, Mr. Cornish. And it was just funny. I think I wrote about it in the in-hoc, and it was like, I still couldn't understand Mr. Cornish. I think you were there, Trent. It was just on the sideline. And I was like, I can't understand.
I can second that.
Yeah,
I can so second that. Like, because we have him for 10-10, right? A few weeks ago, he asked, Miss Cooper came past our classroom and said something to Mr. Cornish, and then he said, Corbett outside. And like, he's Welsh, and I just, I couldn't, I thought it was like Colbert, because, you can get that Corbett. I don't know. And no, so I went outside and just kind of stood there and said hi to Miss, and then Jacob Corbett walked out, and I was just sitting there going, what is going on? I just didn't, I was blasé the whole thing. Then I walked inside and said, "Sir, were you asking for me?" And he said, "Nah." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." So I sometimes it's language barrier.
Okay. I reckon that might do it for Hamish. You have overstayed your welcome, but we're more than happy to have you on. We're more than happy to have you on.
You can just cut me.
No, we'll chuck you in the waiting room, mate.
You can go in the waiting room. It's just an honourable thing to do. So, Hamish, thanks for coming on. Love your work. Really good to chat for you. Trent,
the better school captain, if you ask me.
Oh, no.
No,
Wait, no, it's Trent. Trent, what's your number one Iona moment, not sporting moment?
Look, I don't think I could pass grade 10 wilderness camp. Grade 10? Grade 9. Grade 9, I think it was.
Oh,
no, okay. Like the half wilderness camp we did. When
I know what
we
he's
were walking,
say.
and Tom goes, "Come on, boys, we got to walk slow here. It's slippery." And then
I know what you're talking about.
He steps on a log and he falls over, and everyone goes, "Tom's hit the deck." That had to be one of the funniest moments out there, when Tom Waters fell over.
Just after saying, "Be careful." Yeah.
Tom, do you also remember that camp when Peter Campbell, when he was walking along that road?
It's very politically correct.
I can't remember whose bag he was taking, but he was carrying 2 bags at once.
Yeah.
And we all turn around, we see him 30 meters back, and he goes, "Can I get some help, boys?" And you just see him like nearly falling over with 2 bags. That was pretty funny as well.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, love a good school camp. Always good value. Righto.
We haven't got to do any for years, have we? It's been
Oh, we had retreat last year. We can't get
Yeah,
can't forget retreat.
yeah. True.
Righto.
Wasn't really like a real school camp though, but
No.
couldn't do much last year.
Okay.
All right. Well, I might
Hamish.
head back to the waiting room.
Yeah, mate. Back to
Okay,
the
well,
waiting room for you.
back to the waiting room, mate. Righto. Thanks, Hamish. See you later.
Thanks,
See you,
thanks
mate.
for having me, guys.
Okay, that was good. Love talking to
It was a good
Hamish. Love talking to Hamish.
So, are we gonna do yesterday? Bring them back in for that last goodbye, or
Well, no,
is
none of it.
Tom's
They all just left, and we got one more guest anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we've got Ben Stevens, but Ben's not actually on now. So I'm just going to cut this recording, Trent.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut.
I'm just playing around.
and I'm going to come back to it. We'll start a new meeting and we'll just stitch it together. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to end it on that note.
All right, mate.
Okay, we're back, and so we're just going to stitch this together. So here we are, Trent. We're about to talk to Ben Stevens. Ben's in year 6. You don't know Ben, do you? Though you don't know him that well, because I know Ben because I tutor him every Tuesday morning at Junior Senior League tutoring. So I see Ben every day, every Tuesday. We go through different problems he has in his schoolwork and does his homework.
So what are we actually going to interview him on today?
So Ben is a really good cricketer. So we are going to talk about how he went this season for Iona, and I don't think he plays a Term 2 sport. I think he might play basketball though.
Okay.
So anyway, here we go, and let's welcome Ben. Welcome, Ben.
Okay.
Hey, Ben.
You there, Ben?
Yep.
How you going, mate?
Good.
You liking lockdown? How you feeling?
Good.
Bit bored, or you like being at home?
Yeah. I
Nice
like
girl.
being at home, but
You like?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we've brought you on the podcast today because we want to talk all about your cricket season and how you went. So what team were you in this year?
The 6As.
And who was your coach?
Kev Currier and
Okay.
Ryan Haller.
Okay.
Is that Isaac's dad, Tom?
Yeah, that is Isaac's
Okay.
dad.
Yeah.
Isaac Currier in our grade. And so Ben, where do you bat?
I batted last, and then I batted 4, 2, 4, and then 5 and 6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And so do you also bowl, or are you just a batter?
Yeah, I bowled a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And what do you bowl?
Pace.
Oh, pace. Trent, you like a good pace bowl, don't you?
I do like
you're
a good
fast
pace
bowler.
bowl. I am. I
you
can
reckon-
bowl good.
I wonder who's quicker though. You reckon you're quicker than Trent, Ben?
My arm's a bit rusty.
No, yeah, you are. Trent's not a good backyard cricketer, Ben. Anyway, and so how did your team go this season? Did you win many games?
We won all the games.
Oh, undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Did you get the banner, like one of these ones from the school?
Yeah, I got 2 last year, but I got the medal this year.
The medal?
Oh, I've never seen a medal before.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a step up from the old pennant, Trent.
Yeah, it is.
And so, how awesome is that? What does it say on it, Ben?
Says AIC Premier.
Oh.
We never got that. That's awesome,
Yeah,
mate. That's really good.
This year, Tom.
We're going to have to talk to Mr. Harron because pencil in thirds rugby for the premiership already.
Yeah.
And so, Ben, how did you go personally? Did you get many runs and take many wickets?
My highest score was 30.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many wickets? Do you know how many the most you took in an innings was?
Yeah. I got 3 in one game, but my overall the whole season was 11.
Okay,
Oh, very good, very good.
that's really
And-
good, Ben.
How many overs do you guys play in your game?
20, 25 each, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and moving on from cricket now, who's your teacher this year? You there, Ben?
Yeah, my teacher is
Yeah.
the same one as last year. It's Miss Adie.
Oh, Miss Adie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Adie. And what's your favourite subject at the moment?
Probably math.
Oh,
yeah,
he's a math boy.
He's a math boy. So, Ben, just before we finish up today, we're going to do some quick fire questions and you've got to just tell us the answer. You don't think about it, you just got to say it, okay? All good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Ben,
Yeah.
who's your favourite teacher?
Miss Adie.
Okay, yep. Who's your favourite band or singer?
Justin Bieber.
Oh, Ben. Favourite sport?
Oh no, The Weekend.
Oh,
The
okay.
Weeknd, that's good. That's good.
Cricket.
Yeah, cricket, of course.
Cricket.
Trent, what's yours? I'm just curious.
Look, I can't go past rugby league.
Oh.
I love watching it, love playing it. It's good.
Okay, and last question, Ben. No, we'll have 2 more. What's your favourite TV show?
Bondi Rescue.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I used to watch that when I was little. When I was
I
in
still watch it.
when I was in year 6, I reckon my favourite was Total Drama Island. Remember that, Trent?
Oh, I do remember that.
Do you
was a
watch
good
that,
one.
Ben?
I don't think they do that anymore.
Oh, surely.
Most
Okay.
of the shows are
No.
moving on to Tom and John now.
Okay, and last question, Ben. What's your favourite Iona moment?
When I bowled the last over of the cricket over and we won.
Oh, that's
yeah,
always
what a
a good
good
one.
moment. We love the match
It
winners
is.
for Iona. So, Ben, thanks for coming on today.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to anyone?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Oh, well, it was great to have you on, Ben. Okay, so we're going to let you go now so we can finish up the podcast, but we'd like to say thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank
See ya.
you.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay, so Trent, we just heard from Ben. Any thoughts?
Look, he was a bit nervous, but he did it pretty well.
Yeah.
Bit of technical difficulties to get it all started, but we got there.
Yeah. And I really like the story of Ben of his favourite Iona moment, winning.
Yeah, it's always good getting the win.
Yeah. Oh, we should have asked who it was against. Oh, well.
Oh,
Who's your
Definitely
favourite
not for me.
school? Who's your favourite school to win against?
look, I love beating Villa. It's always the home derbies that are good. Their home grounds near us is good.
Straight up to the Tingalpa Maccas, mate.
Oh, you know it. Mate, as soon as the coach is done speaking, I'm there.
So I think that wraps us up for today. Looking forward to tomorrow. We've got a very special guest, and we'll name him today.
Releasing that today?
We're gonna. I think
Right.
we can release it.
All
Okay,
right, just give me a second to release it, just like
it's the one you've all been waiting for.
all right.
The top dog. Trent.
It's Mark the Shark, boys.
Oh. Okay. So yes, Mr. Harvey will be coming on, and I'm just going to read his email. He sent me an email this morning. Where is it? Where is it? Mr. Harvey. I can't find it. Here we go. He said, happy to be on tomorrow. Also happy to answer curly questions. Favorite worst Iona moment? Memories as a student? favourite student, which isn't Will Blewett, he added.
Is not Will Blewett anymore.
Yeah, because not happy, Mr. Harvey, that Will said his favourite teacher, Mr. Cornish.
Yeah, bit cutting.
Trent, what are you looking forward to tomorrow? We got Mr. Harvey. What do you want to ask him?
I'm keen to see about his old rugby days because he doesn't seem to keep shut about it. He likes to show it off on the free dress days, wearing his old first jersey all the time.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he was scouted by the Broncos.
Oh,
I think he was.
That.
I have heard that rumor, and I'm looking forward
to dig into that because I actually want to see if that's true.
I do.
I have heard that though.
He could have been the new Kevy Walters.
He could have been.
He could have been. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to this because it just seems that often Mr. Harvey he's given us snippets of his glory days, but we really want to dig into it.
Get into the big good stories of it.
Yeah. Okay. And also, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but we could also be having a guest appearance from Aidan Jamot.
We could be. That's still on the works at the moment.
That's still in the works.
Yeah.
Okay. Trent, as always, thanks for coming on with me today.
No worries, mate.
Okay, and we've started planning. We've got to get our questions sorted for Mr. Harvey.
We do. I will. I'll sleep on it.
Yeah, and also we got to get to the bottom of the Cornish Harvey.
I will. I was just struggle. Thinking that actually.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask. I've got a few questions to ask him about that actually.
Because I know Mr. Harvey is very protective of his seconds, being the coach of that, and Mr. Cornish floated the idea in a couple of years it'd be him. So I'm not going to cast aspersions, but
look, I'll start all that if you want me to. I will ask the nitty-gritty questions if you don't want it, Tom.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for coming on today, Trent.
No worries, mate.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, mate.